Cares for Kids Radiothon, 194, the number one hit music station. 23 years of you calling 701-478-KIDS and supporting our children's hospital, and joined in the studio today by Mike and Maylie. Mike, thank you so much for coming in today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
So can you kind of tell us a little bit about your guys' experience with 4-year-old Maylie over at Sanford Children's, if you could?
Yeah. So last July, she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and it was kind of a few weeks building up to that point, and didn't really know what was going on with her. You know, wasn't acting herself, losing a lot of weight. And there was just one night that it just was not going well. And I finally, at 4 a.m., put her in the car, and we drove over to Sanford and had her admitted. And they ran some tests, and her blood sugars were so high that it was off the scale. It didn't give any numbers. And from there, they told me that she was diagnosed with type 1. Not news anybody wants to hear at 4 a.m., let alone any time of the day, right?
Right.
And but from there, then when they got some things under control, they took her up to the pediatric intensive care unit, and that's when she started her new journey as a type 1, and just received the best care, just the best care there. And being transplants here, it's a little nerve-wracking at times.
Sure.
When you have to go to a new place, new doctors, new hospital, all of that, just in general. And with no family around to know that she's going to be in the best hands. And Sanford took very good care of her. And
how does Maylie do with her treatment?
She does really, really well. At first, there were lots of tears. If we're going to be honest, there were lots of tears. When we would have to give insulin, when we have to do finger pokes and everything, and it's hard, because one, as a parent, you don't want to see your kids, loved ones, get hurt, and then to hear the cries when you have to do that, is even harder. But with time, she's just come accustomed to it. She's strong. She's a trooper. She recognizes, different things. Obviously for 4 years old, she doesn't know kind of how to recognize everything.
Yep.
But she does really well with it now. She's strong. She's a lot stronger for the most 4-year-olds I know.
So what is the value to you and your family, to Maylie, to having Sanford Children's and all its resources here in town?
It's comforting. It's really comforting knowing that there's some of the best here in town. That I know for some that they have to drive hours. It's a lot longer. Of a commute, or that they can't have that they have to make a huge trip, if you will. I don't want to make it sound cheap or discount that, but for us, we're very blessed to know that they are here and that we don't have to travel out. I've seen, I have friends where their kids have been diagnosed with other things, and they have to drive. They have to fly to other locations, and to be able to have that here in town, such a huge blessing. It's such a comfort to know where I don't have to worry if I'm going to make it somewhere in time. For us, the Children's Hospital is a 7-minute drive. It's comforting. It's very comforting to know that, quite frankly, our backyard. They're right there if we need them.
Well, you two put it about as well as it could be put. We really appreciate you both coming in today. Maylie, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. I like your Paw Patrol shoes.
Yeah, stylish.
I'm pretty good. Before we go, there's something that's just been eating me up.
Yes.
And Daddy can answer this if you need to, because I'm sure you know.
Yes.
Is there a favorite Paw Patrol pup in the house? Do we know what the favorite is?
Do you want me to tell him?
We need to know, Maylie.
Sky.
Okay.
Sky is her favorite.
Figured.
I was going with Sky or Everest. I thought, that makes sense to me. Thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate it. It's the 23rd annual Cares for Kids Radiothon on Y94.